The male loser epidemic has gotten so bad that it's honestly so pathetic at this point.
So apparently there's this male loneliness epidemic that's going on, and there's a lot of opinions whether this male loneliness epidemic is real or it's just something made up.
The male loneliness epidemic is real, and I'm tired of people saying that it's not. Men, but particularly young men, are hurting.
We aren't having a male loneliness epidemic. It's natural selection. No one is choosing you because you don't have the things that would make a very good next generation. It's not male loneliness. It is inadequacy and incompetence. And honestly, probably something about the way you look just doesn't sit right with people.
It's so funny to hear men talk about the male loneliness epidemic because, yes, babe, tell me more about natural selection and how nature is not selecting you.
If the male loneliness epidemic is a real thing, then that means evolution is working the way it's supposed to work. Through natural selection, we women as a whole are choosing to leave behind the losers. And we should be happy and celebrate because Mother Nature is doing what it needs to do.
Victims of the male loneliness epidemic deserve exactly zero empathy from women because hating women is exactly how they got into this mess.
Listen, there's no male loneliness epidemic for men who don't hate women. Those of us who love and respect women have no issues. There's a reason why they are alone. Deal with that.
It's hard for me to feel bad for incels because most of the people that are like suffering from this male loneliness epidemic are really just a bunch of dudes that are upset that they can't treat women any kind of way and they don't have that entitlement to a women's bodies like their dads and their granddads did.
The male loneliness epidemic isn't just sad, it's self-inflicted. You keep hearing about male loneliness. Men feeling isolated, men are depressed, men are saying women don't want them anymore. I can say this over and over and over again. Women are tired. We are just tired of raising men, grown men.
Loneliness epidemic is more than them not being able to find fulfilling relationships. It's them literally being lonely because they put all of their impetus, all of their emotional needs on their significant other. So if they don't have a significant other, they are so lonely and desperate for that love, that attention. In turn, that means that when that male gets in a relationship, that woman has to provide it all. Women are now resenting that and not wanting to get in relationships wherein they're just dumped on and the provider. The tagline to this is men need to stop depending on women. We no longer depend on men financially. They need to not depend on us emotionally.
We need to talk about the male loneliness epidemic and why it isn't a woman's responsibility to be carrying that shit. They expect everything. Emotional labor, attention, access.
So the guys are going through women withdrawal. So not just sex, it's the whole emotional labor. It's the whole thing.
They don't want you. They don't want you. You actually have to be likable to find someone.
The fact that women don't need men to survive anymore has caused the male loneliness epidemic. Men had to manufacture a sense of need for their presence. And you don't know how to be desirable to women, so you're lonely. Aww. Aww. Thoughts and prayers.
This idea of the male loneliness epidemic, I think needs to be looked at. Some of these guys are lonely, that's true, but part of the reason is that they're looking at their options and they're like, I can't do it. Like, this is not appealing to me anymore. So they're feeling lonely. There is a segment of guys that are feeling lonely because they don't want you anymore. Like, they're not drawn to you anymore. So they would love to be with a woman who acts like a woman, who's feminine, who's respectful, who's loyal, who's, not going to cheat, who's not going to, their phone's not going to be, shady as what, who's not going to be posting like all naked pictures online all the time looking for male attention while you got a boyfriend here that you got one foot out the door, who's not going to feel like, you can't ask her what hey, What do you want to bring to the relationship? How dare you? You know, they're looking for like a quality woman and they don't see it. So a lot of those men, it's not all guys who are just trying to seal the deal and can't make it happen. Is that some of it? Sure. But there's also guys who could seal the deal and don't want to. They're just like, well, I'm going to spend a boatload of money. I'm going to spend a boatload of time. And like, what's in it for me? Really, at the end of the day, am I getting any of my boxes checked in this? So they're choosing to just be lonely, and just because they're like, where are all the good women? Where have they gone?